Hey, thank you everyone for joining in time. This is another day of BA Agile Scrum. Thank you also for joining in this time. It's almost day's ending, and you chose to show up. That's define that you are seriously undergoing this training program and giving it value. I'm glad to know about it. Let me quickly run you all through with the quick guidelines. That's we call it as a code of honor. We will run it through very quicker because we know maximum part of it, but we have to get started with this as a part of ritual. The very first one in this code of honor that says that you show up live, be it try to be on time, be remain punctual, and remain highly committed. And your every agile ceremony demands it. As a future Scrum Master, you must practice it. In case you are not already practitioner of it, you can choose this training itself as a project and continue to demonstrate over here, and it will be quite easy for you to replicate once you get placed, because it is said that how you do anything is how you do everything. You chose to learn, you became a student, but we want you to be the full stack student who does all the assignments, do self-research, and repeat what they learn. And while you do so, you finish what you start and you hit the success. You can take the full responsibility of that, but you don't finish what you start, leave it in between, you may hit back to the failure. Please take the full responsibility of that failure element as well. And once you acknowledge it, embrace it, and accept it, you may go back and correct it. And then you would realize that failure was not a failure, that became trail to the success, and it was part of it. And while you do so, you remember that it really requires a concrete level of mindset that always start with a lean Kaizen that says the continuous improvement. And for that, you need to inculcate the learning mindset. More learning minded you will become, you will find yourself growing more positive minded you will become. You will find yourself growing very complaint free in a way that you can handle in a project as a product owner in a very stringent timeline and deliver it even with the lack of resources. More you can do that, you will find yourself growing with more gratitude that leads to the highest level of productivity. And while you do so, remember to start your any new learning to incorporate in your delivery angle with the increased level of receptivity. And for that, I have recommended you all the 30 days challenge. This is a quick audio that you can refer to the moment you start your day and can see and sense the impact of its positive outcome every single day towards the end of it. And to test it, what you can do is that you can directly send me a message stating 30 DC, and I'll happily share this link with you, and you can plug in once you start your day with jog or walk. Just put it into X mode and listen for 15 minutes, and you are done with this. And remember, for any quick learning, you can embrace the golden quadrant of learning that comes with the four step. The very first one is declaration with the anchor. What is declaration and anchor? You know it already. And then take a deep dive into deep learning. And while you have learned that new topic, or a new concept, after 24 hours using pen and paper, you can draw this or scribble it. You can use this method to draw that and flaunt it back while you are summarizing it in a way that even 5 years old can understand. That summary should be a video summary, and that should not be more than 3 minutes and minimum 90 seconds. And if you could do it on repetitive mode every single day for any new learning, you will find yourself in those area, those concept, exploding from novice to expert. So this is the proven technique I am sharing. You won't find it anywhere else. So let's get started with the first and second over here. What we are going to do is that I'll be putting the anchor. You know what is this? So it is a quick, self hi-fi just now you heard on your speaker. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put it. I'll just count it 1, 2, 3 and clap. You're going to model this act, and then I'm going to read the selected statement on your screen, and you are going going to repeat after me. So can you all see the selected statement on your screen? Just unmute and
Yes.
say yes. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for quick responses. Kindly model me 1, 2, 3 and clap. Just this is anchor and read after me. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What others can learn and master,
I too can do that.
I too can do
Do
that.
that.
One more time with another statement. 1, 2, 3 and clap and repeat. Because I'm a quick learner,
Because
Because
I'm a quick
I'm a
learner,
quick learner,
today's learning is going to be
today's
today's
learning is going
learning is going to be
super duper easy to me.
super duper easy to me.
Yes, it is going to be because you said so. And remember the sixth code of honor that asks you to be the giver. So keeping ego away on the path of learning that makes you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. And while you are learning, remember it is you are not here just to learn, but also to get place so that you can earn more. And it is said that what you want more of, you must start giving away the portion of. And for that very reason, in case you are already earning, you can give away the 5% of 10% of your earning to the causes wherever you believe in. In case you are not earning, can you have at least an intention that you will give away once you will get placed or start earning? How much you need to give away? You need to give away 5% or 10% of your earning. Why you need to give away, that I'll tell you. But where you can give away, you can give away to the causes like feeding hungry children, to the old age home, or orphanages, or temple, churches, mosque, or gurudwara. And why? Because when you give, you grow. When you receive, you may survive. That's the universal law. And I'm sure that none of you are here for the survival, but for the growth. But when you do so, remember to appreciate what you do, what others do for you. And even initially, it doesn't seem like that it is helping you back when you start to give away. Continue to do so. That's because another spiritual law, in universal law, that says that what you appreciate appreciates you back. And how we are going to remain connected? A quick reminder: remember to show up timely on Sunday and Monday for technical session at 10 p.m. EST. Don't forget to attain Tuesday and Thursday session. That's your RRP session that enhances your visibility, credibility, and thereby the marketability, because this is your gateway for your placeability. This is your gateway to placement, and that's the reason Thursday and Tuesday sessions are mandatory for you. Um, Wednesday, you do the assignment from the learning of Sunday, and Friday you choose for doing the assignment from the learning of Monday. Saturday you can choose to relax, have a breather day, or do your own research work, or prepare any question that you want to answer on the next technical session on Sunday, or repeat whatever you have already learned. And while you are repeating, remember to leave a like on the recorded video and leave your comment as well. Even commenting as hashtag replay will let us know that you are watching it, referring it, and we sharing the recording is useful for you. If we don't see any response, eventually what may happen, we may stop sharing back the recording. When we don't see any engagement, any usage of it, or any responses of it, we will find that it is unnecessary space of occupation, and that's the reason we may stop that. And we don't want this to happen, and that's the reason that requires a response from you, and that response is in terms of like and your comment. Is it clear, everyone? Do we all agree to practice this? Say yes if you understand it.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for your quick response. Let's continue from where we had left off. Anyone remember what topic we were discussing yesterday?
Self-functional and cross-functional team.
Yes, exactly, you're right. So in this league, let's continue with the cross-functional team. And what comes, how does it help? That was the topic we were looking at it, and we understood last were 7 kind of waste. And so let's understand now that how cross-functional team members uh, help. So I want 3 different people to read 3 different bullets on my screen available on right side. So please go ahead with the first one.
Cross-functional team members develop the process they will work together.
Yeah, second one.
The business domain experts in the team give continuous feedback, which helps to shorten the cycle time and guides the team members when to stop overdosing on a feature so that business value can be realized in a timely manner.
Yeah. And third one, please.
Cross-functional teams are more productive than teams with similarly skilled people working on similar projects.
Thank you. Thank you, all guys, for reading this out. So, this is quite easy to understand, right? It doesn't require really for us to rocket science to understand it. Why this cross functional is always helping us, because first it help you to set up a process, okay, and we can follow that. And we when we follow that, we who are the cross functional people? Cross functional people are considered as a domain expert in any area they can be, and because of their expertise, we understand in what feature how much involvement of entire team would be required, when to start it, when to stop it, and where not to overdose it as a part of feature enhancement or not. Like yesterday, you remember, Dev asked a question, right question, and Prerna had a right answer for that, and that is regarding that. When we say to add value, it's okay to give something like as a cookie and brownie point, but at the same time, we need to understand where we need to stop, where is the fine line. And when we work with this approach, we get to see that people with the similar skill and they are highly motivated in nature, and coming from the means same domain expertise, with the approach to add more value, these type of team become more productive, and we can see their expertise into the work as well. So when we say that understand in pictorial format, like how does it look like, wh- what it comes or how it becomes the cross-functional team. So here you see that functional team are sitting together, okay, and you see that analyst team, developers team, and tester teams are working in silos, sitting together. I'm sure that this functional team when sit together, sorry, sit separately, they won't contribute to a project, because a project demands what? The different skill and different approach to integrate them together to make it more useful for client. And for that very reason, you need to form that. And we call it as a cross functional. You see that one person from system analyst has been pulled up, 3% from the testers, and 4% from the developers, and made an agile development team. Can you all see that the cross-functional team over here on the
Yeah.
right area? Yeah. So
Yes.
this is how we are forming it. So with this note, let's continue further. Let me reshare my screen. So this was a quick note when it comes to cross-functional team. You need to understand few element when it comes to cross-functional team. Uh, Let me quickly tell you, uh, this cross-functional team becomes more productive when their, involvement gets, um, stronger. Okay, and for that very reason, let me put you something. Their input is considered, especially during the estimation and planning. And when it comes to estimation and planning, uh, wait a second, guys. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah. So how they contribute? Let me quickly show you that. What we see is now is in agile planning and estimation, how they contribute. They contribute every single time. All it starts with a great vision, what customer foresees. Okay, and they will have for a longer project. They come back with the statement of work, to which we call it as SOW. What we call it as?
SOW.
Yeah, that's the statement of work, and they interact with the vendor and they talk about what exactly their requirement are there. And when they explain it, so a long-term project, say for example, a year-long project, when it is envisioned by customer, and who will use it, for what purpose it will be used, it what the impact it will create, all those clarity is shared with product owner, and product owner then with the consultation of customer and with the association of business analysts create a complete concrete roadmap that how frequent they will be releasing in a multiple broken modules long term project. There the release defines, and this release will be clubbed by multiple user story which are the part of the feature or epic together, and which has been coined from the statement of the work, and making sure in every iteration the task is getting completed by every single team, and every single task has been the part of every single task has been broken down into the multiple subtasks or call it activities. How it is progressing, for that we always have the daily stand up meeting, to which we call as also as a call it as a daily scrum. So this is how a long term project gets planned. But while it has been planned and it has started working upon, what will be the check that this is progressing in the right direction? For that, every user story will have the acceptance criteria, and you know that how we are progressing, that daily we are meeting for the daily stand up, weekly we are delivering the iteration, and multiple iteration in a sprint manner will be the result of the multiple releases that is visible into the roadmap, which you can call it as a product roadmap. And as a project we are finishing it in a multiple year or even a single year if it is a 1 year long project or multiple year long project. However, the key point is that when you meet together with your entire team, you need to know how they will estimate every single user story. So there should be of course some estimation technique. So you can see here some techniques are called as t-shirt sizing technique. Some is planning or say story point techniques. So there are multiple techniques. Let's quickly get to understand. If we call it as a technique, we need to understand estimation technique. There will be tons of estimation technique. You can't learn every single thing in one day. However, what all are the crucial or critical or important for you to understand, we have tried to club them together into multiple techniques. The very first one is story sizing technique. Story sizing technique is a is an estimation technique that gives feature or say user story a story point. Okay, so these story points are given in a Fibonacci series. In what series, everyone? You call it as Fibonacci.
Fibonacci.
Yeah, we call it as Fibonacci. Yeah. So what series, can you repeat one more time for me?
Fibonacci series.
Yes, Fibonacci series or Fibonacci series. So the how this Fibonacci series is defined. So if you see the progression over here at story point, it always start with 1, 2, 3, 5, and what should be the next one? After 5, what should be the next one? Who can tell me? 8. You are right. After 8, what should be coming?
13.
After
13.
after 13,
13.
what should be coming?
21.
21. You are absolutely right. So how you see that, say that this is estimation technique, and what this number represent to? These number represent to the complexity of a feature or of a module or any feature, any module, or any functionality that we are presenting about our effort. Okay, so these all are defining the complexity of a module or a feature. What they are defining to? What did I say?
Complexity.
Yes, you are right. Complexity. Yes. So I mean, which is more complex will get a more count when it comes to Fibonacci point, and which is the less complex will get the lesser point, and then you will define that how much effort one can give it to. The next comes with the poker planning. In poker planning, it is a kind of a meeting. Everyone is given some, card. You can see these cards. Okay, can you see this?
Yes.
So
Yes.
Yes.
either it is in a physical form, everyone is given these deck, or there are multiple softwares wherein people can sense that they are pulling some card with them. They are understanding a feature where Scrum Master and product owner can explain that feature. Based on that, from the poker planning, you feel that how much effort one feature or one module is going to take. You pull that card and show that card in the meeting. Okay, so how it is decided, if from multiple department, multiple people, say for example from business analyst team, there are three business analysts. One is associate, and one is mid-level business analyst, one is senior. Okay, and three different people are giving three different poker planning card. They showed up, and everyone's effort varied. What they are gonna do is that product owner will extract the average of it and finalize one point, that is the complexity point for that particular, and that will go with every single department, with the QA, with the developer, and that's how they are going to finalize into the poker planning meeting. What happens in the t-shirt sizing? The t-shirt sizing defines the complexity in terms of extra large, or large, or medium, small, or extra small. So generally when we are saying that what story point we need to give when it comes to extra large, again these are the term with the t-shirt sizing technique is defining the story point of a feature, or say functionality. Okay, so this is another method. So based on the understanding given of any user story, when you understand how much effort it is going to get inside it, so you give your effort. Every single individual will assess that, give their own effort, that what you think will be the size of this user story in terms of t-shirt sizing story point. Is it going to be extra large, large, medium, small? So how will you really estimate it? This is not countable. So how will you make it? So understand extra small, considering that it will take 1 to 2 hours. Uh, Small will be double of that, medium will be double of that, large will be double of that, extra large will be double of that. So this is one of the estimation way you can understand it. Then comes the dot voting technique. So I would require your attention, please, so that you don't get involved in anything else. I hope everyone is paying attention. Are you all there with me? Just unmute yourself and say yes if you are with me, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and
Yes.
three people are there with me. What about others? Can we have all the
Yes.
yeses from everyone? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I hope
Yes.
none of you are sleeping. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for multiple yeses. I appreciate that. So, voting technique, or dot voting technique. So dot voting technique is like multiple user stories, or say functionalities, are named in the sticky note and are occupying the Kanban board. Okay, so multiple user story point on Kanban board with the help of sticky note are available. Okay, and what you're going to do is that against every single functionality, what you are going to make sure that based on your understanding, you are going to give them those dots. If you are thinking that this deserves a single dot, you will put that dot. If this deserves a double dot, a triple dot, or whatever dot. One dot represent one estimation from every single person, and this is how you will go ahead and finalize with your dot voting method. Okay, so as I say that there are tons of such method, we don't need to know everything, but these are few things are practiced in agile. However, the most important which I have seen in my entire industry experience, which has been used mostly, are called as Delphi method, or sometimes people call it as a Delphi technique. So what do we mean by Delphi technique? Who can tell me? Delphi technique or Delphi technique? What do you understand by this? The last one and this? Any guesses? Any idea? And for that you need to wake up. Let me understand that you are not sleeping, guys. Yeah.
No, we are not.
We're
Okay.
not.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. But what do you think? What do we mean by Delphi technique or Delphi?
Uh, does that mean like the team gets together
Experience based.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and they go over, uh, like, you would ask each of us for our opinions,
Hmm.
and based on that, you'll come up with the right, you'll come up with something. It would be probably the solution would be used,
Hmm.
something like that.
Average.
Yeah.
I
The
I
average
heard this
average.
before.
Yeah.
I
So
heard this
who?
technique before.
Yeah. Yeah. You might have heard. So what do you read here? Can someone read this last one and tell me your
Experience
understanding?
based.
Yes, this is EXP based means experience based. Experience based means what? Who can, what do you think? When we say Delphi and this should be experience based, what do you understand by now?
Based on their experience with the previous
The
success stories
previous
or
projects.
projects. Work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely right. Based on their previous experiences, they are giving the estimation. It means that based on their previous work in any project, or whatever the tenure, for whatever tenure they have contributed in anything or any project, they will be coming up with their own estimation, that what they think it will take for them in terms of hour to finish their work for that particular functionality. Connecting back to the my previous and first most example, that when there are multiple resources from one department, and they are coming with all different effort, so how will you finalize at one? How you are going to finalize that one? What is the way to do that? If three business analysts are giving three different effort, how will you finalize it? One.
The
Consider an
average.
average.
You can
Yes,
average.
absolutely right. Yes, you will average that and you present that. Okay, that this is going to be, and see, and when we say estimation, understand, as a senior, we demand a concrete estimation. There is no such term as a concrete estimation. Estimation itself means that you are estimating, you are not finalizing. Estimation, it means that you are just assessing it. So when you are assessing it, it cannot be the concrete one, and when it cannot be concrete one, it means that whatever estimation you are getting from your team, there will be always a buffer point. After getting everyone's estimation, you are immune to add it to confirm with your stakeholder. I think I see that one hand raise. Yeah, Shubhangi, go ahead if you have any
I have
question.
a question like this whole thing, who decides, like developers or product owner, who estimates the whole process, like, or the
Everyone,
entire Scrum team?
everyone. Did you undergo the this what we call sprint planning? What happens in the sprint planning? Did you undergo that chapter when we were explaining you?
Yeah.
Yeah, in sprint planning, what happens? It, it is decided who will do what, how they will do it. Okay.
Mhm.
That is the planning meeting where everyone has to contribute when it comes to effort. So, who will be giving the effort? Developer will give their development effort. tester will give their
The
testing effort,
testing effort. Yeah.
VAs will give their A&D effort, analysis and design effort. So if one user story talks about incorporate the IMPS or say RTGS of fund transfer in a banking, I'll be asking business analyst, what do you think the entire concept to develop, analyzing and designing and educating my entire team who can code it, who can design it, who can integrate it, who can test it, and I'll be taking everyone's effort, and at the same time I am taking business analyst effort, and I will calculate everyone's effort by averaging every entire team members
Okay.
department wise effort, and then presenting it back with the customer as well, and then telling them in this sprint we are going to deliver you two
How
user
much time
story,
it
three
will take,
user
right?
story, and everything is going to be black and white. Okay, when we
Okay.
are collecting it. Did you get your answer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
awesome,
you.
Shubhangi. You're welcome. Let's hear from Naga Lakshmi now. Naga Lakshmi, what do you feel like? What do you want to say? Yeah, tell me.
So the estimation, since there are so many different types, is it
Hmm.
based like the product owner will decide what type of estimation he wants, or is it
Yes.
like organization based?
That's a very good question. So, in my experience, what I have seen, that organization talks about in what project, what kind of estimation technique will undergo. So that I have seen, and this is how it has happened. In my 20 years of experience, I have seen always uh, only once or twice. Once in one organization they followed this story point technique, another organization they follow poker planning technique. I didn't see in 20 years anyone follow t-shirt sizing or dot voting, but maximum of them followed Delphi, that is the experience based technique. So this is a quick answer. Of course it comes from the organization to the PMO, and they guide to the every project that you and they give the free hand as well for them to decide. So of course organization will guide them, but of course it's a product owner who is decide and who is the mediator between stakeholder and the team, so he decide what kind of estimation technique they are going to get. Okay, did you get your answer, Nagalakshmi? You
Yes, and
you have the
also,
free hand, yeah, free hand to do that. Yeah, go ahead with the second.
so also, will it change like from one sprint planning to the other? Like, can they switch between
Uh,
the different
uh,
ones?
It may, but generally it doesn't. Okay, so if it is working, if it has worked well in the initial sprint, they will continue with that. But if they say that it requires some reformation, definitely they are immune to choose the technique. Okay, the estimation technique cannot be, and neither Agile says that it has to be uniform all the time. So if it has not worked in your favor, of course you will take a call to change it. Okay, that's a
Okay,
very good question, I would say, Nagalakshmi.
thank
Yeah,
you.
everyone, did you get did you find these all helpful with the question and answer? Yeah, you can also think of such question and come up and ask them. Yep.
I have one question,
Yeah,
Gaurav.
Dev. Yeah, go
Like it
ahead.
may sound silly.
No, no, no,
It
no
may sound
question is
silly.
silly. Please go ahead.
Okay, I just wanna like I don't wanna misunderstand anything something. So
Mhm.
the estimation, the term, the word itself. I mean, I
Mhm.
know the meaning of estimation, but in this regard, does it refer to the velocity and capacity part? Like how
Yeah,
much,
of course, of course, of
right?
course.
So
Yes,
that's
yes.
what it means.
Yeah, so for velocity and capacity, definitely it has to be considered. And I don't know whether I have shared with you the entire, I have captured a 20 minutes of understanding on that. Did I share with you all
Yeah,
in the
you
Yes,
past?
did.
you have.
Okay,
Video,
so
Yeah.
yes, you did.
definitely incorporate it in this estimation. Okay, that goes with that. Very valid point. They appreciate that. Yeah.
Gaurav, this is not easy actually. I mean, I don't know how others feel, but it's a bit complicated. I think I have
No,
to
it's
explore further.
absolutely whatever you
Yeah.
say is right. If you are feeling this is not easy, it is not easy.
Yes.
I won't disagree
It's
with you.
just not easy.
Yeah. I would disagree. So more you practice it, more see, it's all depend upon how do you look at it. If
Thank you.
with you, yeah, you're welcome. With your practice, if you have made it easy in your mind that okay, so these few things need to be done. So of course, estimation is always questioned when you are at a deciding age. You will question your team why they are taking so much effort. Okay, and when you are delivering and when you are deciding your personal effort, you will be questioned. Okay, and you should be very much ready with the your calculation why you are thinking that this much effort is right and valid from your end. You need to present that. And definitely I just have felt that question should be answered. If question is coming from the senior, you should be presenting the valid point that why you think that this much effort required. And later, this gets calculated as they've suggested based on the velocity and capacity for every individual, how many team members we have, how many holidays we have, how much hours one is contributing in the project. Everything gets calculated, and finally, it is presented when it comes to the final capacity to the customer, and this is how it impacts the entire roadmap as well. Yeah. Thank you so much for wonderful question and allowing me to answer them. Thank you. So can we, okay,
I have
Nagalakshmi,
another.
yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry.
No, no,
So
please let it come.
in the poker planning, I see that the number is between 1 to 100, right? So this is like very varied when a team has to choose. So is it always like 1 to 100, or for the story point, do they give like somewhere between 1 to 10?
Yeah. So the thing is that the cards are given to you between 1 to 100. You are immune to choose anything. Only the maximum number will go. Um, it decides that how complex the user story is, and uh, that requires to be simplified further, can be broken down further or not. So the moment it goes beyond 20 or 40, then you start taking action and you concentrate towards making it more simplified so that it can be confined below 40 or say up to 2024. Okay, did you get it? So it you can present anything. So if you're presenting beyond 40 or something, it is trigger point. It is immediate attention grabbing point that it has become more complex. It has to be simplified further. Okay, Nagalakshmi.
Yes.
Okay, anyone else, any question you have? Okay. Okay, so I have gotten something immediately on let me quickly check that in chat if I have something. Not in sync with this topic all the way, unlike previous topics. That's all I wanted to say. To explore more, to have detailed understanding. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Deva, I read your point. So do you have any question why you are finding that you are not in sync?
No, it's funny, that all these previous 9 sessions, I have been able to understand
Mhm.
actually everything right on the spot the way you explained. But
Mhm.
this topic, it just I think I have to explore. I mean, I'm sure I'll get it.
Mhm.
It's not a rocket science. I'll just explore. I have to explore multiple times before I get I get in sync with it. So
Okay. So in case you have any question, you may definitely ask.
thank you,
However, to
thank you.
add this, the number of range the Nagalakshmi was asking, so it's limited to speed up the estimation and its process, and any false sense of accuracy or high estimate is going. So to bring everything in front, I mean, we see that how complex it is going to go, and if in case it is going towards the higher range, it is also adding up with the more question wherein every individual need more clarity, and that's the reason this poker planning becomes the tool for agile and scrum development to help them team to estimate it properly. Okay, and that adds value into the entire product backlog stack. So, can I move further if, in case you don't have any question?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So now let's go with this topic when we were understanding um, how customer is giving their detail, they are talking about vision, roadmap. So let's understand how these get crafted. Okay, so you know that how it evolves. So if we'll say that this is always in 5 levels of agile planning, well, when product is envisioned, it answers multiple question, like any constraint it has, you foresee any assumption, you foresee, you are very much clear on why, who will be contributing, what they will be contributing, when they will be contributing. With these entire answer, you are developing a product vision. And when product vision is very much clear, you understand with the releases that how frequent you want to add in your project, what all features and what all objective. When product roadmap is designed, that is the time when the approach is decided, that whether you are going to get the call it agile approach, you are making it hybrid with waterfall agile, you are making it lean approach, I mean or you are going to include the Scrum approach, that is Scrum and Kanban approach in the Agile. So, are you going to decide that what all approaches are available? You are going to finalize one of them. Okay. And then you are coming with the team's availability. And if you are very well aware how much iteration you are going to give, you will be prioritizing every user story. Wait a second, guys. Yeah, thank you. So, what I was talking about, yeah, release planning, where every user story is finalized. Yeah, Dev, you have anything to say?
Oh no, I'm good. No.
Okay, I saw your hand raised, so yeah, not a problem. So you can lower your hand. Fine. So in case you have any question, you can keep your hand raised so that I'll get your attention. You will get my attention to allow you to ask any question. And then when release planning is very much clear, every user story is defined well, then it goes with the iteration planning, where against every definition of done, you are also clarifying the time involved, or how much time it is going to get. So in every single user story, in fact, I would say in every single ticket, you are going to put inside your effort, which is going to take. Okay. And then on daily planning, you are going to answer these three things: next state, last state, and bottleneck. So now the important is that, okay, we have known these in theory. So let's know that how in reality it will need to be getting produced. So for that very reason, uh, we will let you know that how a product vision is calculated. Okay, I mean to say it can be referred or should be written. So I want someone to read the first bullet point for me.
The simplest way to capture your vision is to use the elevator pitch format from Jeffrey Moore's template from Crossing the Chasm.
Chasm. Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. So, Crossing the Chasm is a very famous book written by Geoffrey Moore, and he defines certain format, and based on those format can be explained just less than a 30-second as an elevator pitch, and everyone will be clear what exactly you are referring to. So the easiest method is this, and you can put after, like, we have developed what user story. It has specific format, start with as a uh, as an actor, um and then I want to the action, followed by so that the impact. Okay, so these were the consonant constant, these were constant, as a uh, I want to, and so that. Likewise, in the elevator pitch, there will be few elements which will be constant. In it, it is for who, the, that, unlike, our product. So you can put it anywhere. Say for example, let's create a new one from nowhere, just with loud thinking. So for a target market, you just think of a target market that you are going to create something. Say for example, I my target market is anyone ranging from 5 years to 14 years, say for example. Okay, so um for 5 years to 14 years of kid, statement of need or opportunity, or I will enhance it. Say I would say, I'm still thinking what I can come make up with. So for 11 to 40, I'm creating now statement of need or opportunity. Who wants to prefer the test, who want to save more time, and who want to fulfill their hunger instantly, very very soon. The product name, say for example, the product name I am creating as a foodle. Okay, is a product category can be noodle. Okay, foodle and noodle. My product name is foodle and as category is noodle. That key benefit that saves time, compelling reason to buy, is can be cooked within less than 2 minutes and save lot of time, effort, energy, and fuel, and is going to be inexpensive, unlike primary competitive alternative. So tell me, for this foodal product, what will be the competitive alternative? Anyone come up with any name? Tell me any
Maggi
fame.
noodles.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maggi noodles.
Maggie noodles. Yeah, absolutely right. Unlike Maggie, our product statement of primary differentiation. Our product is having no lead, no lead inside it, and is with the 100% nutrition. You may just call it, and approved by whatever the food organization you have. Okay, so this is how, see, I made up. Likewise, you can come up with some certain feature product, and you can create a visions, uh, I mean, you can create a and this is the way to capture, this is the format. You can create any vision, you can talk about it, and you can explain it following this crossing them chasm template from Jeffrey Moore. Is it clear, everyone, how you can design your own vision?
Yes, it is clear.
Yeah. So yeah, we can go ahead with the next one. And for that, I want to invite Prerna for you to take. Prerna, if you are available, you can unmute and say yes.
Yeah, hi Gaurav, I'm there. I'm just joining from laptop as well. Give me a minute.
Meanwhile, you can ask any question if you have, while Prerna is.
So, Gaurav, this region is generally created by the marketing team, now, or the business analyst has to do this thing? Because the example which you have gave us right now, it's
Mhm.
more of the marketing team work that they have to differentiate from the other product.
Yes, you're right. I mean, you are understanding that how it is coming, from where it is coming. Okay, see, the more clarity on the product on which you are working, uh, I mean, that is going to help you to execute the product, and to serve them better. More clarity gives more quality, I would say. So that's the reason it's easy. If you are not finding these way the vision has been described, definitely you can ask your senior project manager directly to the client, if you are directly in association with them, to understand their vision. What happens exactly at the ground when team does not ask more question, and they simply assume that they have been given certain work to do, they need to do it, and they go ahead straight away execute it without understanding the vision and mission and the impact to the end user. So that's the reason, if you are understanding it well and digging down deeper as an individual contributor till here, that brings more clarity and thereby add more value to the work you are doing. Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, fantastic.
Gaurav, I have requested the control of the laptop. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, Prerna. Just give me a moment, please.
Sure.
I'm allowing it. So I will be also opening the another slide because that would be required. So meanwhile, it won't bring any trouble. That's the reason I'm going to keep it open. So just taking a few seconds for this. And yeah, it has been opened. And I'm allowing you further. Yes, Prerna, over to you.
Thank you so much. It is not okay. It just reflected at my machine. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. So guys, as we all can see, it doesn't look like a snake, but as the text mentions, it has the concept that we're trying to learn here is roadmap. Okay. So before we get into that, I just wanted to ask you a simple question. Like if you are going to a new destination means unknown destinations. Imagine you're going for a trip and you want to explore some new places. What do you do? Like how do you go to that place nowadays? How you find that place?
Google Map.
Google Map.
Google Maps,
Maps.
absolutely right, on point. And what do we do in that?
We search for
Like
places where we
yes,
want to visit that
so
interest us.
perfect. So it's like your current location and you put the destination, right? Destination is the word. And then what do you get? You get a road map or you get a map towards that destination. Everybody clear on this? Yes, right?
Yes.
Easy, simple. This is how we work. Exactly on the same principle, exactly on the same, I would say, ideology, the roadmap concept works, but it is with respect to the professional goals, professional vision, or your organization's, I would say, ultimate goal. It's not actually goal, it's generally used for vision because goal is supposedly for short term. Vision is for a longer duration, I would say, achievement that we plan for. So here, if you can see, we can see the path, right? And we have in between, uh, you know, uh, I would say milestones mentioned. Okay. Also for roadmap, we have a term in between that is called as milestones. Uh, if any of you have kids or if you have any babies around, you would know that when the child is very young or when they are in their below 1 year, then they have their milestones corresponding to their months, like what activities they should do, or it is called as development milestones. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Same way. So the concept is very, the only reason why I'm trying to give you this example is because what we actually do in real life, in personal life, on day-to-day life, similar concepts are actually implemented in organizations, in professional setup. The only thing is their objective might be different, but the concept is same. So once you understand the concept, it's very easy to implement that and to use that. Okay. So can I request someone to read out the text mentioned on the roadmap screen? Go ahead.
With the vision published and accepted by all, the roadmap will serve as the next building block to ensure alignment to the original vision. This roadmap is meant to be used as a tool to organize high level pieces of the product. These can be business features and or architectural components that must be understood in terms of their value and dependencies.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. So what it says is with the vision published and accepted by all, okay, The roadmap will serve as the next building block to ensure alignment to the original vision. Now, I know this is, with the help of some pretty good, nice words, we have made this sentence, but it simply means that a roadmap will help you to achieve your envisioned goal. Original mission means what is your ultimate objective or long-term mission that you want to achieve. With the help of roadmap, it will serve as a building block. Building block means when you put Google Maps on your phone, it gets so easy for you, right, to reach at any destination. And while reaching there, you have those many different new places that come across, right? No, okay, we are at this city or we are at this lane, we are at particular location. So this is what we're trying to sell. When we have a roadmap, it really helps us to achieve our planned or expected vision. Everybody clear on this?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to tell you, don't get into the jargons of the word. Try to get the crisp or understanding of the concept. Okay. The next sentence says the roadmap is meant to be used as a tool to organize high level pieces of the product. Okay. Now, again, what they're saying that it is, for example, I'm not sure I've given the example in this batch. Everybody uses MS Office Suite. That is like Excel and PPT
Yes.
and Word document.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Can anybody guess since when you're using that MS Office Suite? Yeah.
2000.
2000, 2001. Yeah. I mean, to sum it all from a very long time, maybe like 20 plus years. Yes, no?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember since I've started using computers, I think,
It was like
yeah,
Microsoft
that was,
98 or
it was
something.
Microsoft. Yeah, yeah. We didn't bother to go to the other operating softwares because of the ease of use. So my question here to all of you is, what do you think Microsoft Suite's I would say functionality today was the same as it was when it was launched 20 years back? Did it have so many features it has now?
No,
No.
they improved.
No.
No. No. Now I'll give you a very simple example that will be like on everybody's mind fresh. Everybody here uses Facebook or at least know what Facebook is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Again, the same question. Since when you're using Facebook? I think
2009.
I'm,
2008, 2007.
yeah,
2011.
same. Oh, that's good. Quite late. You really saved some years of your life. Very nice. So, so yes, now coming back to the why I'm asking you this question is, I took a lot of time to go to Facebook. I don't know, I find it very, I mean, too public, to be very honest. Prior to that, we had a thing called Orkut, especially in India. I don't know it was global or not, but it was very funny, like, Orkut. You remember Orkut? Anybody
Yes.
here? Yeah,
Yes.
it was so lame, honestly, but it was the thing that time. Okay, so coming back to my main discussion point, when Facebook was first launched, guys, it was absolutely like a simple blue page. Okay, you could upload your photo, profile photo. You can change your profile photo. You could upload videos or not videos. I'm not sure about videos. Photos. You can create your album. You can search for friends, and you can poke your friend, and maybe some 1 2 functionalities more. Anybody remembers further functionality than this when Facebook was launched? Or you can write on the walls. Okay, and the poke feature was there for God knows what reason it was there. Yes or no? Anybody can remember any more functionalities right now? Yes, no? That time I'm asking. When it was launched?
No.
No.
No?
Message.
Yeah, message. I think chat was also not, added that time. Now, can we even count the type of functionality Facebook provides? Trust me, I don't know. I think they do everything. You have marketplace, you have your business page, you can do video calling, you can do chatting. I don't know what you can do. I'm not so regular on Facebook as of now, but they have just grown so much now. That is an epic example of having a roadmap for a product. Why I came to this example is I know Microsoft Suites comparison is not so easy because we don't compare the features, we just start using them. But then when we see Facebook, how it was 15, 16 odd years back, and now how it is, and that is a product, guys. Okay, so this is what we are coming to. We envision what we want to build as a product, and we go there step by step. Everybody with me on this?
Yes.
Yes, you got the idea what roadmap does, and I'm pretty sure Facebook did not reach your within an overnight period. It took speed like 15, 20 years, not 20 maybe. It added, maybe there was a chat earlier to one person, then they started having a video call, then they started having group video calls, so it's a step by step, milestone by milestone progress. Okay, and the last sentence says, these can be business features and or architectural components that must be understood in terms of their value and dependencies. Okay, so now they're trying to tell us, see, we can have vision in the form of development of a product or organizational goal, and then it can be in the form of it can be in the form of values and dependency. Means, like, organizational goal can be increase in charity to maybe 10% of the revenue, right? This also can be a vision. Now, to achieve this vision, to give that much funds to charity, we should have, first of all, that much profit, right? Does it make sense? Yes. So
Yep.
it's not only about building a product or having higher customer values. It can be any form, and it will always have a dependency. That's what I was saying. Facebook, they say Rome wasn't built in a day, kind of like that. We have a phrase. Same way, it is not going to be an overnight thing. It is going to have a roadmap. It is going to have a milestone, and that we, maybe senior management or as a senior people in organization, have to plan that. And as middle management employees, as managers, as scrum masters, as agile practitioners, we have to implement. Make sense? Everybody with me on this? Any doubts in this?
Yes.
We have given sufficient time for this roadmap because it is 1 second. Okay. Because it is important when you are working on this, or see, you won't be asked to prepare a roadmap on the day one, but it's good to know what a roadmap mean and what it stands for.
I have a question, Prerna.
Yeah, go ahead.
So who lays down this roadmap?
Okay. To be very honest, it's never the one person. Maybe the vision, like, everybody knows Ratan Tata here. All of you. Yes, I'm one of my
Yes.
favorite persons on the earth. Yeah. So we call him visionary, right? So it might be his vision, but it is laid down by a selected team of highly qualified and highly matured personnel, right? So it might not be one person, but it is generally the senior managers, the directors, the leaders in your organization, right? Because they have that vision, they have that experience, and they could foresee the future where the company is going. So generally, for organizational roadmap, these people, but for your project roadmap, it's absolutely you, your manager, your agile practitioner, even your senior members in the team. You guys are there to plan roadmap for your project. So there's a difference between your project roadmap and organizational roadmap, right? Does this answer your question?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, welcome. Let's go to next. Now, this is quite interesting. Release or even delivery, it can be called as. Yeah. Can someone read out the release mentioned here?
Instead of
Release.
writing detailed requirements
Mm.
for the entire roadmap, this next level of planning only focuses on the upcoming release, which corresponds to a quarter or whatever dimension used in your roadmap. The goal of the release is to produce a backlog of work that is represented by a list of user stories that are estimated, prioritized, and ordered.
Okay. So what it says is to reach to that roadmap, we have to have certain releases. Releases means, you go step by step. Even if you want to climb up a ladder, you go one step at a time. So same way for now we can actually, and I'll just fasten the speed because I wanted to uh, explain the roadmap feature in detail, which we have done. So now let us understand to achieve that goal, to achieve that vision, to achieve that roadmap, we go, level by level, and that is by focusing on planning and, implementing. So that happens when we achieve each milestone or each step in the roadmap. The goal of the release is to produce a backlog of work that is represented by a list of user stories that are estimated, prioritized, and ordered. Now there are three words. Estimated means how much time a particular activity or work can take, that we mentioned. Prioritize, everybody knows what is the priority of that work. And third is ordered. Ordered means if you have a to-do list of 10 items, with which work item or with a to-do item you start your work with, the least important or the most important. This is for all of you.
Most
The
important.
most important.
Highest priority.
Highest priority. So when you do that, that means you have a prioritized and ordered list of to-do items. You had always been doing that, but were you aware that this is what happens? No, this is a concept. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All these concepts as we're learning they are real life concepts. The only thing is we were never aware that these are the concepts that we have been using. Okay. So also, backlog of work means, this is an agile term. Okay. This is a scrum term. It means whatever work you have, that is kind of work means whatever requirements, whatever functionality that we need to work on, that is kind of gathered or stored in a, I would say, pile of, say, imagine like a whiteboard or a blackboard, and you write down all the user stories one by one as per priority, right? So that would be called as a backlog of work. It's actually like a whiteboard or a blackboard wherein you have your all the details. Just for visualization, imagine that we would have images to support that, going forward. So yes, we have all the requirements given by the customers or whatever requirements we have for our organizations that we mentioned, that are prioritized, that are estimated for as per time and cost, and that are ordered. That means highest or most important will be done at the first. Now this is a quick, I'm just increasing. Yeah. This is a quick image of how overall management cycle works, release management cycle works. Give me a second. Yeah. Can different people read out the text mentioned next to the red blue circle, please? Yeah. Go ahead. Starting from managing.
Managing,
Next
planning,
person.
Planning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Scheduling,
Okay.
controlling,
Next. Okay. Next. Perfect. Next.
deployment.
Last. Yeah. Anyone here doesn't know any of these terms? Any particular term here? I think deployment might be the one. Apart from that, everybody knows what is managing means, that you manage the entire thing. It can be a release, it can be an implementation, it can be cooking meal for people coming over, it can be controlling or managing your house. Managing means managing as per the English word. Planning, everybody is aware of. We
Yes.
plan, yeah, we have foresee how we can implement that work or by when we can complete that work, then we prepare a schedule, like if we have during school time, I think all of us were doing that. If we had our annuals or semester exams in next month, then we would sit down and okay, today we are at maybe 16. Okay, Dave has asked me, uh yes, Dave, so okay, diverging, taking a diversion. Dave has asked, like, if you have a roadmap example, can you give me? So, though I was not active on that project, but I was aware because I was working as a PMO that time in one of the leading Indian banks. In India, we recently, not recently, I think a couple of years back, we've implemented FASTag on all the vehicles. I think in US it's quite common. You don't give toll manually, right? Everybody has FASTag on their cars.
Yeah,
Yes,
we call
that
it
is,
easy pass, but yeah.
easy pass. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Right. Thank you. So, that was a major, I would say, release or a project for which there was a step-by-step roadmap. As again, I'm mentioning, I was not actively part of that as a PMO project, but I had seen that it was a organization or bank-wide project wherein every team was involved because payments were involved, transfers were involved, automation was involved. You know, so that was very important, or that was a huge example of and then again, because of the government I would say regulation, there was a due date, right? So it was on like fire for that project. So yes, that was one project. Also, during sorry, during Corona, transferring all your bank's services online. Online means opening your account, doing KYC, everything converting into virtual setup. Like, person like here we have the flexibility that a representative can actually, like, especially if a customer is old or especially enabled or something like that, there are I would say facilities where representative come to your place and they do your work. I mean, they help you with filling a form. So that all was definitely eliminated during COVID. So converting all those activity online, like in short, automation of all those activity, that was also a major roadmap during Corona time, and it had a very strict deadline. The later you do, that you lose business because other banks are implementing. So you see, you have a goal, you have estimation, and you have a deadline, and you're working on that. So Dev, are you clear on this? These two examples of roadmap?
Yeah, so uh, I understood the meaning of everything you discussed, what roadmap is and how it works and stuff, but how it's implemented in Agile. So when a customer or client places an order, product owner gathers a requirement, and then of course then
It's
BA as
not
well.
called as order, it's called as requirement. Please, thank
Yeah,
you.
requirement.
Don't
Sorry.
call it
Yes,
order.
I'm
It actually gets a feeling of KFC or
like the business. Well, I'm trying to simplify.
yes. No,
I'm I'm
absolutely
not
right. Just
working. Yeah,
on lighter note. Yeah. So the
yeah,
customer gives you requirement. See, it
right.
depends. Like, for example, if you are being a customer, to imagine we all are agile team and you are a customer because you're coming up with this example. Okay. And by the way, your requirement will go through all these phases that we are mentioning here, right? So imagine if you want to create a small website for your imagine you run a college. Okay, so you want to create a website for your college. It's a very simple website where you want to display all the courses and what are facilities you have, and what is schedule, which are teachers. So it's a very simple website where people can just come and read and maybe at least fill up a form. That's it. No functional, not more functionality. So for such website, for such a requirement, maybe a qualified team of decent resources can complete that in 1 month. Okay, I'm just giving hypothetical numbers, but 1 month.
Right.
Okay, so your roadmap will also be for a month. But tomorrow you come and tell me or tell us as a team that, hey guys, I want to create a competition for Amazon.com. You know how big that dream is? Have you glanced through Amazon.com, how many features it has, how many products it has? Amazon, yes, no,
Yes.
everyone.
Yes.
Do you see their, I mean, it's huge. It's like an ocean, to be very honest. Because in my terms, I say they sell from pin to piano. So imagine if you want, or even for that matter, Facebook. So if your requirement is like to have an application like Amazon or Facebook, then it would definitely require a longer period of time. I can't imagine, but I think it should go in years because it is going to be a step-by-step process and it will have a roadmap according to that. Do you get the difference between how
Yes.
the roadmap will be planned? It's
Uh,
as simple. If you're cooking a plain rice, yeah, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you're cooking elaborated biryani, couple of hours, exactly same way. Yeah. Are you good with this explanation, Dave?
yeah. So me as a client, I have envisioned, the final thing what we just discussed. But the team, entire team of, the development team and PO and the Scrum Master, they will, lay down the roadmap, correct? Because
Absolutely. But that would be along with you, along with customer,
along with
because
the client. Okay.
yes, because you as a customer have to agree to that.
Okay. Okay.
See,
Got it.
unless see, we will say, okay, we'll take 5 years. Would you agree to that? You're like, no, I'm spending money, I'm spending time, and sorry, this is my goal, right? This is my goal, and I have timeline. So you can say you take additional charges, you take additional funds, but employ more resources and give me this work in 1 hour, 1 year. Sorry, not 5 years. People do that, right? When we say fast track or prioritize, or when we have esteemed customer or when we have regular customers and they need something important, definitely organizations push in more efforts, put in more resources and complete their work, right? Makes sense. So yes,
Yes. Yes. Now
everybody
it's
is
clear now.
involved. Thank you so much.
It's
Thank you for the
clear now.
question.
Thank you.
Yeah, so by the way, yeah, welcome. That this entire process goes to this release where you manage whatever work you have, you plan for how it should be completion. As per after the plan, you schedule that work. Like, okay, if it is a year-long project, we will have a sprints, 2 sprints a month, and we will deliver accordingly. Then you control. By the way, controlling means it's not only planning, but how the project is being implemented. Are we going haywire? Are we within the scope? Are we within the budget? Are we on track? So that's why the controlling comes in the picture. Next is testing. Yes, we test whatever the work is completed, that the functionality is working fine or not, and then it's on track or not. It's working as per expectations or not. That testing is done. And then last but not the least, it's called as deployment or delivery. That means you actually complete the work and you hand it over to the customer. So just going back to the earlier example, if you are visiting somebody for a potluck, so you prepare biryani, you do everything, and then last but not the least, you hand it over or you keep it on the table for everyone to come and help themselves or to serve. That is the deployment. So you take that entire piece of your creation from your own domain, your own organization to other organization. The difference between applications are they are virtual. So you can see a biryani, you can see a dish moving from one place to another, right? But in case of applications, it's the change of domain, it's change of host. It's all virtual. It all happens on cloud. Cloud mean not the actual cloud, the technology cloud nowadays that we have it. And then the ownership transferred from ownership, or the authority is changed from the development organization to the customer. right? So earlier the testing was happening in the customer's machine or customer's domain. Sorry, the organization's domain. Like, we say unit testing or we are doing user acceptance testing. That all happens, and then the customer gets their product, gets their website, gets their application, in their hands or in their domain with them. And then that time we say the project is delivered, the project is deployed, and it is done and dusted. You also have post delivery support and stuff that is not mentioned here, but then that means release. Yes or no? So it is actually called as delivery as well, because it is very much close to the human delivery that women go through, that pain and that, satisfaction of delivering. So on the similar grounds in professional terms also, it is called as deployments or delivery. We have gone through a little quickly because we'll come across this again in further topics in between. Or I think we have also gone through this earlier. But any doubts in this release cycle? Yeah. Yes, no?
No doubt.
No.
Yeah, easy. And also I'll recommend to rewatch the video again so you can get better clarity. And still, if you have any doubts, please reach out to us, Okay. Iteration is one of very 1 second. Yeah, iteration. Can you see the circle going round and round? Yeah, in the image.
Yes.
Yes, yes. And can you read out the text mentioned above?
An iterative approach simply means that the work is time boxed into a set length of time.
Okay, I could hear one person, the work is time boxed in set length of time. What about other? Other also said something.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I wanted to listen to what you're saying. What did you mention? The other person, sorry, I couldn't hear properly.
No, we both read the same.
Okay, you were reading. I thought you explained. Perfect. So what it means is that we have a time box, means set time project or set time work, and that is iterative. That means like your daily schedule, we do some activities repeatedly, right? Like for example, if you have a 9 to 5 job, so more or less your Monday to Friday, I would say routine looks the same. Wake up at certain time, get ready, maybe cook and get your tiffin and have your breakfast and leave for office. And isn't it? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Same way, same way. Here in the iteration, we have the similar stages mentioned. Maybe a little more elaborated. Like I'll just tell you, I'm not sure able to read it or not properly. So yeah. So here, while we complete a particular functionality or a story, by the way, it's also when a requirement is given by the customer, it is also called as a story. Okay, user story or story. So when we get the story, the first word is define. Define means we understand it in detail. Then we plan. We plan for its execution. Once we plan, actually it should be development first and then test. Then we develop it. Then we test it. Then the user kind of reviews it and then accept them. So it's like, it's not that because we have developed, the user will come and say, yeah, it's fine, we can take it. No, user will have its own review sessions. They will have their own feedback, and then they will accept it, right? So it's basically the cycle of how we implement the overall, I would say, development process or overall delivery. And this process is iterative. That means it's repetitive unless your project or your work or your, I would say, product is completely done, dusted, or your project is over. That means when we say we have a 1 year or year-long project, and we say that we have 2 sprints in a month, like 15 days or 2 weeks sprint, that means for every sprint, for that 14 or 15 days period of time or 2 weeks period of time, all these phases will be implemented. Everybody is with me on this? Yes,
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So going back to the simple example, if we wanted to create a simple website for a college, and that would require only 1 month, so and that's, by the way, very hypothetical. Okay, generally the projects are bigger. There can be smaller project, but just for ease of understanding, I'm giving this. So in that 1 week, we will have 2 sprints, right? Only 2 sprints. In those both the sprints, we will go through all these phases, and by the end of the second sprint, we will complete our deployment, or we will complete our website making. Easy to understand? Yes?
Yes.
Yes? No?
Yes.
Cool. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next point. Yes. Now, this is one of my favorites, and this is, I would say, very practical, easy, and useful, I would say, implementation of Scrum features. As the name suggests, it is daily stand up. What thought you get in your mind when we say daily stand up? Tell me. Daily means daily. Stand up
Daily
means
meetings.
Daily meetings.
daily meetings. Okay. Everybody's right. Daily meetings. But then the particular word stand up.
Face
So
to
that
It
face
is
should be
communication.
short, not that long. Stand up.
A
not
quick
long.
and concise
Yeah,
meeting.
quick meetings.
Quick meetings. Okay. What the word does the word ring any bells in your mind when we say stand up?
Face to face communication.
Okay, one aspect of it, but the actual meaning of the word stand up. What do you do when someone says stand up?
They'll be standing, like the team members will be standing during this meeting.
Yes. Yes. I was actually waiting for this answer. So, guys, this is a very interesting and very practical feature wherein you meet your team daily, preferably face to face at same location. By the way, this is a prior to Corona concept. That's why they are heavily focusing on face to face. But nowadays, even virtually teams work together. So what do? We discuss about the current project updates by standing up. Standing up means if your team is, sorry, if your team is at the same location, you're sitting in the same or office or similar area, then you can just stand wherever you are. Oh, Shona. Oops, thank you. Then you can stand wherever you are at your desk and you can discuss. But then imagine if you have, give me a second. Thank you. So imagine if you are working in different location in same office, then it is a good idea to come together in a conference room and stand. Okay, nobody sits in this meeting. That's why the thumb rule of this meeting is it should not go beyond 15 minutes, because it is going to be actually uncomfortable for everyone who is standing. First thing first. Second is there are 3 questions. I will read out what is mentioned here later. I'll give you a simple idea. There are 3 questions that needs to be answered in this meeting. Okay. And they go by the simple thumb rule of 888. Okay, everybody with me? 888. Okay. So what does it mean? So first question is, or to be answered is, what did you work on in the earlier 8 hours? That means what did we work yesterday? We don't say yesterday. We generally say 8 hours, because if you have a meeting on, Monday, yesterday would be Sunday. So we say the earlier working 8 hours. So what did we work in earlier 8 hours? what are we planning to work in next 8 hours? That means what are your planned activities? 1 second. Last minute ki baat. So then, what are we planning to work in the next 8 hours? Means today, what we're planning to work on which activities? And the last, but the most important question is: do we have any hurdles, any issues? Do we have any roadblocks that needs to be discussed? So what happens here is, we as a team, when we together come together and we discuss these things, first of all, everybody knows that what everybody is working on. Like for example, if a development team is working on particular development, a particular user story, the testing team can prep themselves and start working on test cases, right? So they can plan accordingly. So everybody is on the same page as per project plan. And for the last, and also they understand what they are planning to work on, what they have completed, that also helps, what is planned, that also helps. And last thing is, if someone highlights any major issues or roadblocks they have, senior members in the team, or if anybody else has also faced the same problem, they can help them or can guide them regarding solving that issue. So you see what happens. Everybody, first of all, understands what everybody is working on as a team. And if they're facing any issue, they can help each other. Yeah. So here, what is mentioned is, what we discuss in stand-up, but again, stories as a user, what activity I am doing and what value it has, and as a who, as a what, as a why. Now that is really little funny. So it simply means, as a developer, what I'm working on and why I'm working on. So you don't need to explain why you're working on something, it's your project requirements. But then as a developer, I'm developing this. As a tester, I'm testing this. As an analyst, I'm analyzing these type of requirements. So yes, though it is not mentioned in the text here, but there are 3 questions that those are asked in the stand-up meeting is, can everybody repeat with me with me these things, please? Because they're very important and they're not mentioned in this text here. They'll come, in the next slides. So first is, what did we work in earlier 8 hours? Can we all repeat this? Yeah. What did we work in earlier 8 hours?
What
What
did we
did
work
we work
in
in
earlier
earlier
8
8
hours?
hours?
Yes. Thank you so much. What are we planning to work in the next 8 hours?
What
What
are
are
we
we
planning
planning
to
to
work
do
in
in
the
next
next
Work
8
on
8
hours?
next
hours?
8 hours?
Absolutely right. And the last and but not the least is, what in case if there are in case there are any impediments and issues, please discuss. So impediments and issues, please discuss. Everybody with me on this?
Yes.
Yes. So what it does is, it really gives you an idea as a team where we are heading. Are we on track? Are we getting delayed? Are we, facing any major issues, or basically what are we doing as a team, right? From the development point of view. And I think we are past time and we have also completed the topics. So yes, if any one of you have doubts, please feel free to ask, or else I will hand it over to Gaurav. Yeah. Gaurav, over to you. Thank you guys. Thank you for your involvement. Thank you for your response.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much, Prerna, for explaining this. So, and thank you
Welcome.
everyone for participating in. And this is time for quick attendance. Go back to WhatsApp group and drop your name, followed by what do you feel like saying. Not don't tell that what did you learn. Just tell what do you feel like saying. Were you able to relate, connect, understand, or you made it bit complicated for yourself to understand? If yes, what topic it was. So with this approach, just let us know so that in the next session we will bridge the gap and recreate the understanding for you, making sure the gap is bridged. Okay, so with this note, we'll also ensure that you will get your recording as well. And but When we will give you recording, we will consecutively check that you are getting engaged with that, and based on that, subsequent recording will be coming up. It means that you need to engage on over there by putting your likes and adding your comments. So hope it is clear, everyone. Go back and in WhatsApp group add your attendance, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night, guys. Take care.
Good night.
Right.
Night, night. Thank you.